Ever since it stormed onto the local scene around 10 years ago, the Chrysler 300 has been a runaway success for punters after a large, luxury sedan with meaty styling. Fast forward to today, and the Chrysler 300 range has been updated with fresh styling and new features. From the outside, it's hard to miss the latest range of 300 vehicles, which are available in 2 trim levels and 1 V6 engine option. Up the front, a larger grille and LED daytime running lights headline the changes. And around the side, this car's fitted with great looking 20-inch alloy wheels and Brembo brakes. And around the back, there's a boot lips. Oh, hold on a second. This is the SRT. This isn't the V6 hire car that's going to pick you up from the airport. This is a little bit more special. With a mammoth 6.4 litre V8 engine under the bonnet, it produces 350 kilowatts of power and 637 newton metres of torque, which is up by 3 kilowatts and 6 newton metres over the previous one. Fuel use sits at a combined 13 litres per 100 kilometres, making it one of the thirstiest performance sedans on the market. It now also uses an 8-speed automatic transmission instead of the old school 5-speed from the last car. All 4 corners are graced by 20-inch alloy wheels with 4-piston Brembo brakes, measuring 360mm at the front and 340mm at the rear. They are certified large. With 462 litres cargo capacity and plenty of rear legroom for your passengers, this is the only seat you want to be in. At $59,000, the entry level to the 300 SRT range is the SRT Core, which undercuts the more expensive and less powerful HSV Club Sport. But buyers after a little bit more luxury will go for this, the 300 SRT, which is $10,000 more at 69 grand. The more premium 300 SRT is jam-packed with features. Some of the highlights include these Alcantara and leather seats that come with heating and cooling, this really cool steering wheel with chrome cladding at the bottom, it's heated as well, and a whole bunch of safety features that include blind spot monitors, a lane keeping assistant, radar cruise control, and even autonomous emergency braking. On city roads, the 300 SRT rides beautifully, and that's partly thanks to the adjustable suspension that can be customised to the road and the conditions prevailing. The 8-speed automatic gearbox in this car does a sensational job of being in the right gear at the right time. It's never stumbling or lazy, it's always ready to go, and the shifts are incredibly quick. There's also these really neat looking paddle shifters attached to the steering wheel as well. The 300 SRT now comes with electrically assisted steering, which can be varied to adjust your driving style and also reduces fuel consumption. But when you are tipping it into corners, it can sometimes feel a bit heavy, and that's because it weighs almost 2,000 kilograms. The centerpiece of the interior though is this 8.4-inch Uconnect colour LCD system that controls everything from the infotainment to the car's performance settings. In there you'll find all the driving modes that allow you to change between sport, track and street. And each of those modes can vary the steering intensity, the stability control intervention, and how firm the ride is with the adjustable dampers. The car even comes with a lap timer and performance meters as well, and a customisable launch control program, but unfortunately we can't test that on public roads. We really need a racetrack like this one right here. The best part about the Chrysler 300 SRT is that it comes with a launch control. All you do is hit this button and it comes up with instructions. It says to launch, press brake and quickly apply full throttle. So we'll see how it goes here in the wet. To launch, release brake, and away we go. It is erupting into tyre spin, the back end is squirming, and we are rocketing forward. There's 150, 160, 170, and then hard onto the brakes. Those 4-piston Brembos bringing this thing up just beautifully. Now we had the V-Box set up, but look, I mean, because it's so wet, we could only achieve around 5.5 seconds. But even considering that it is wet, that is pretty incredible. In the dry, this thing will go under 5 seconds, 0 to 100. With over a third of all Chrysler 300 sales being the SRT, it's not hard to see why punters love this big, brash American muscle car. And of course, they love it even more because it loves laying down rubber. Speaking of which, I might do the same.